Absolutely love Paris. I spent my 21st birthday there.
Did you? That's so bougie.
It was bougie.
I was in Wetherspoons for my 21st birthday.
My name is Morgan Lake and I'm a high jumper for Team GB. Most satisfying thing about high jump for me personally is like the feeling of flying. Probably the closest I'm gonna get to it without actually flying. So yeah, I think it's just that time once you take off the ground and just flying over the bar is, yeah, amazing feeling. Being an athlete, I have to have my hair back a lot. I can't jump my hair big, so it's finding a style which yeah, is practical and also looks good. So hoping for that.
I'm Lisa Farrell and I am an award-winning celebrity session stylist. For me, hair equality is so important. I'm a texture expert, but I do all hair and every single hair type. And that's why it's so important today with Team GB being so diverse that we represent that, not only with our teammates, but with their hair. Hi Morgan! Oh, so nice to meet you.
And you.
What a goddess. Just take a seat here.
Thank you.
So, what are we going to do with your hair today?
So, yeah, it's really weird seeing my hair all the way out because I usually wear it like half up, half down or in a ponytail all the time, so.
Okay, perfect. So we can probably enhance that today and maybe do like a little bit of a ponytail. We'll have a play around with it, but like we'll embrace this curl definitely because it's amazing. So first off, tell me, how did you get into, I almost wanted to put a limbo here, just see if you could do the limbo as well as a high jump.
Definitely can't.
Not at a family party, nothing?
Well, to be fair, I haven't done it since I was a kid, so.
How did you get into it? Tell me from the start.
So, I went to my first athletics competition whilst I was, well, I don't even think I'd had my first birthday yet. So my dad was an athlete when he was younger. Yeah, I think he wanted me and my brother to kind of get into sport. He wasn't like too set on us doing athletics. He was just like, get into sport and see what you love. But I think I've always wanted to be an athlete. So I did every single sport possible. And then yeah, just fell into athletics really.
What did your dad do? Like what sport?
He was a triple jumper.
Oh wow.
So haven't quite got there yet. But yeah, I started as a heptathlete, which is where you do 7 events. So high jump.
I'm glad you told me what
I know.
that was.
I was like, is that almost like shooting? I'm like, no, luckily, just athletics on the track. But yeah, so I started with, well, pentathlon's what you do when you're younger. So you've got the 5 events, and then once you get to about junior age, it's like under 18, under 20s, you start heptathlon. So yeah, high jump was one of the events in that.
How old were you when you even started?
So I started when I was 5.
5?
So yeah, super young. I can't even remember starting, but I know like the minimum age to join at my local club was 5. So I obviously waited for my 5th birthday and started straight away. I always thought I'd be an Olympic long jumper, so didn't quite achieve that childhood goal. But luckily high jump ended up being one of the events I had to do. I didn't like it. Yeah, I kind of grew to love it.
I mean, I thought I was bad, like 12 years in a salon, child labour. You're like doing blimmin' high jumps at 5. So when was your first like moment when you were like, this is what I'm gonna do, this is me, like winning something?
Yeah. So when I was 12, we had the under 13, I think it was the national championships pentathlon.
You're gonna have to walk me through a pentathlon.
So, oh God, I don't even remember what the events are. Hurdles, high jump, long jump, shot put and 800.
Wow.
So yeah, as a 12-year-old, that's obviously quite a lot to do. It was the first one I'd ever done, but I remember my dad being like, well, there's a British record in that, and he must some sort of bribe, maybe like you can get some sweets if you end up getting the British record. I ended up breaking the under 13 British record in my first pentathlon, so I was like, hey, I think this is something I want to do.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're like a child prodigy.
I feel like I've just always been very like set on what I want to do and doing it, even if it didn't quite make much sense. But yeah, I think that was probably the moment I realised, okay, if I like put my mind to something, hopefully I can achieve it.
Amazing. What's next for you? Like, I mean, you started at 5, you're about ready to retire.
I know, honestly. It's weird, I feel like I've been in the sport, well, obviously have been in the sport for so long. I was doing loads of other sports at that time. It hasn't always just been like solely athletics. I think I was swimming, doing tennis, netball, hockey. I think my parents were always really set on like not specialising too young and kind of just finding what you want to do. I guess that kind of helped me not like burnout as well. So yeah, I was still playing netball up until I was about 18, and then that's when I specialised, and then the next year I went to my first Olympics in Rio. I think I was the youngest on the team in terms of track and field at that time. So.
And how was that being with like all of the older ones?
It was incredible. I mean, just to go to Olympics in the first place was a dream come true. And then like to compete against so many athletes I looked up to for so many years. Yeah, but to see like the swimmers, the tennis players, hockey players, just a lot of people I'd also grown up with who had made it in different sports. Was super cool. So yeah, it was great.
Are you like a fan of any type of sport as well, other than like your own?
Yeah, I'm not like a super fan of any other sport, but I think with the Olympics you just end up watching everything. I think that's like the beauty of it, especially with athletics being at the end. You're in the village for a few weeks, you're holding camp for a few weeks before, and then yeah, being able to watch so many different sports and just kind of, because everyone's in the same boat as well, like although we're doing different sports, everyone's got the same goal. Tennis is probably my favourite one to watch.
Can you play tennis?
I wouldn't say I can play it well. I did play it a lot as a kid, but I haven't played it for years.
Well, I can jump, but not well. So on that, let's stretch out your hair a little bit.
This random fact about myself is that I'm super clumsy. I used to be a heptathlete, so I used to do certain events like hurdles, high jump, shot put, and all my friends at school just couldn't believe that's what I did because I would literally just fall over the classroom all the time. When I was younger and at school, all my friends had straight hair, so I wanted straight hair as well, so I always had my hair straight and kind of hated when it was curly or frizzy. I think as I've grown more confident in myself as a person, I've like embraced my hair more as well, so yeah, just like having it curly and big and just different styles has changed a lot, so I like it now.
Is your neck alright like that?
Yeah, fine.
Spend half your life like that, and I'm like, is your neck alright like that? Of course it is. Oh. So obviously you've accomplished like so much. How do you deal with like the bad stuff?
Yeah, it's a weird one. I feel like in sport, I mean, I guess in life in general, like you focus on the highlights quite a lot, even just on social media and stuff. It is that kind of just that highlight reel. And same in sports. I think the successes are spoken about loads, but sometimes those low points are kind of, guess, hidden. But yeah, obviously I do go through big highs and lows. Like this year was a huge high for me, like breaking the British record and coming fourth at the World Champs. But then last year, I mean, I was on TV after the European Champs became like 7th or 8th, and I started crying on TV, and I was like, this is my last, like, I basically said I was done with the sport.
Did you mean it?
I didn't mean it. I think it was more just frustration. I was just like, I can't keep doing this. So for me, like using that interview and using like almost speaking out about it was like, right, okay, what do I really want to achieve? And when you kind of reach those lows, it's like thinking, right, is this actually what I want to do? And if it is, then it's just putting absolutely everything towards it. So yeah, a lot of motivation.
So you're clearly very fashionable. I mean, you're working this black gown to a T. Tell me about your fashion.
Yeah, I'm definitely super into my fashion. Although I say fashion, I still comfort over fashion all the time.
Are you sure?
Always.
Even on a red carpet?
Red carpet's probably about the only time I would do it. But to be honest, yeah, like my favourite looks are like just comfy but fashionable at the same time. Like I love trench coat looks and like the big looks, big chunky boots.
Are you a croc or trainer girl?
So I was literally so against Crocs. I was like, they're horrible. How has this come back into fashion? And then I got a pair and I'm obsessed.
Honestly, I feel like you buy Crocs with the intention of wearing them in the house, then they make it to the supermarket, then the next thing you know you're at a wedding and you've got Crocs on.
Insane. Like, how are they so comfortable? I don't know. So yeah, that's probably not the biggest fashion point for me. But yeah, if I can get out my trainers and just kind of get into something a bit different and show that other side of me, I like doing that. Also, I like loving the rental fashion.
I am so into that.
It's just so great because I don't want to spend all my money on something I'm going to wear once.
There was this really amazing outfit I had and I wanted this pink handbag and I couldn't justify it for just the one night, obviously. So then I was like, okay, and then like, yeah, I rented it. It's like
so great. I did that. I had this dress which was absolutely absurd. It was like a tutu out the bottom of it and like stitched up front. It was absolutely amazing, but I'm like, I'm not spending all this money on a dress that I'm definitely not going to wear out more than once. So
I think it's so great for like your generation, the new generation, to just like be over fast fashion, but also be about like, be wise on how you spend your money as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And reusing and reworking.
Yeah.
So talking of fashion, Paris Fashion Week, like it'd be a shame not to do a double whammy if you was there.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love Paris. I mean, when the Olympics was first said to be in Paris, I was like, oh my God, this is my favorite place. Yeah, I spent my 21st birthday there because it's like my absolute favorite city.
Did you? That's so bougie.
It was bougie.
I was in Wetherspoons for my 21st birthday.
I think my friends were a bit confused why I'd asked for that as well, but I was like, let's all go to Paris. Yeah, so it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, when I knew the Olympics were going to be there, super happy. But yeah, like the love of fashion with that. And I mean, they're pretty close in time, Olympics and into Fashion Week, so you never know.
So how's your French?
French isn't my best language, but I've actually just started learning it. There was like a group of us at a training camp last week who were just like, we should probably know some French.
What do you know? Tell me.
I know the very basics. I know what a train station is, and that's, don't know why I know that, but...
What's a train station?
Just gare, something like Gare du Nord.
So you can, at least you can leave, you know how to leave.
I know how to get there, I know how to leave.
I know how to order chicken and a Merlot, so that's about it. So you'll be leaving, I'll be eating. Oh, nearly done. Do you know what? I love that you play around with your hair so much. And I think it's so important for girls that look like you to be able to see girls like you embracing their hair, and like the impact that that has on others, I think like sometimes can be overlooked.
Yeah, I think especially when I was younger, even the black girls that I looked up to, and again, I did this myself, like straightening their hair, chemically straightening their hair, whereas I feel like now, like in the fashion world, in the sporting world, just everywhere, like curls are being embraced and that natural styles are coming out. And then yeah, exactly like the protective styles, although we love like showing our natural hair as well, gotta protect it, so putting it in styles like this, styles like braids, especially when I'm competing, like it's pulling on my hair quite a lot. So yeah.
What this is?
No, luckily this isn't. No, when I just like scrape it in a ponytail, like my actual natural hair, sometimes it just pulls, whereas this, it's just like, yeah, just fun.
So there you go, edges on fleek.
I love it.
Do
Absolutely
you?
amazing, yeah, I love it so much.
Yes.
Take a quick photo.
Oh yeah, dip for the gram. Woo!
Oh, amazing.
Perfect. All right, give us a cuddle.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. See you soon.
Bye. I love it. It was a really nice experience, like get my hair done. I feel like I always have my hair kind of like this, but just not as well done. So I need to finesse my own hairdressing skills for the next comp.